Hi everybody, welcome to a special edition of Gunpla TV, and what makes it so special this time around is well, you can see I got my version Ka, wall of love over here.
Yes, it is super excited.
I'm so excited because, well, as I mentioned before, one of my favorite kits ever is the Master Grade Sinanju, and today Bandai released the Master Grade Sinanju Stein version Ka edition here, and this episode we're just going to open this box and we're going to look at what is in the Sinanju Stein. So, well, I'll move this out of the way here. And aside from, you get some throw-ins here. For those people in Japan, if you want to try and get 1 month free of the Animax animation channel, you enter these codes. And a promo for the upcoming shield that comes with one of these magazines here. So right out of the box, what's the first thing I noticed? Water slides.
Oh, water slides.
There are water slide decals, just like the new version Ka that came out in December. We have water slide decals. And I also want to show you just how big these armor pieces are. It's pretty great. And because I can't wait to get my hands on this thing, I'm going to open it up. And as you can see, here's this big piece for the shield, as well as the base pieces for the rifle. And just look at the width of that thing. I mean, the Sinanju is pretty big, we already know that. But look at the size of that gun. It's even bigger possibly.
So do you think it's a bigger kit?
I think it's going to stand about the same size.
Yeah.
But I think some certain parts of it are going to be bigger. And here is, of course, the shield. Open this baby up here. Special episodes means I get to open plastic bags.
Yeah.
So you can see, here's the shield. It's about, the same size as we'd expect from the Sinanju shield. And here's the blue parts that would go with it.
Okay.
You just kind of going to lay these over top. And I'm not going to put anything together today on the show, maybe, with this exception here. 2 runners for armor parts. So you can see you got the arms and leg parts in there. 1 runner of gray parts. And I guess I can try to open this baby up here. This is the frame runner. Now, to anybody who has built the Master Grade Sinanju, you know it's big, it's heavy. The pieces are very big. And the Stein is not going to be like that because they've gone and done what they did with the version Ka, and they've molded all their frames out of this polystyrene, which probably weighs about half of what the frame of the Sinanju version Ka
Will
did.
it be able to stand as well?
So it should be really good for when you have to put on those big backpacks and stuff. It shouldn't be a problem, and the weapons are going to be lighter. With some of the other kits that have big weapons, the arms will tend to droop because they can't hold them up. But this guy with lighter parts, that should not be a problem for the most part. Again, wow. I can't get enough of that, actually. And then you see there's the frame runners. This is going to be mostly leg frame in here. It's very similar to what we've seen on the version Ka. Again, here's feet and arms. And then it comes with, this is worth mentioning here because it's something that did not show up with the original version Ka. And that is parts to make the bazooka.
Whoa, that's a big bazooka.
Yeah, previously if you want to make a bazooka, you had to get a Gundam UC-8 magazine, the comic book, and it came with this little runner to make the bazooka. But now you're getting this bazooka in with a Stein, and this is probably going to be the same bazooka that ships with the new OVA version of the Sinanju, which is coming in a couple months. And again here, we'll just open this up as well. Again, like, wow. Look at this.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And this actually looks like the original Sinanju version Ka frame parts for the torso, or for the skirt. And the one I showed you previously, where is it? Dig this baby out. It looks like these are going to be the replacements. So the molds are slightly different. If you look at these skirts here, the shape is slightly different for these things and these things. So it looks like you're going to be substituting parts, or you're going to have some spare parts kicking around. That's never a bad thing, having spare parts. And the last thing I wanted to show here, I'm going to get my little knife. Open this bag up. Be careful when you're playing with knives at home, kids. These guys. Can you see these?
Yep.
These are the new MP1 hands. And these hands are also found with the new Gundam version Ka. And they look very perfect gradish. And they are not, you will not find them in the old version Ka of the Sinanju. They just use the the old version 2.0 Zaku fingers that they were releasing around the same time. And while they look cool and they're still pretty solid, there's only so much you can do with them. But these, well, there's actually a whole lot you can do with them. And if you don't mind, Ryan, I'm actually going to show a little bit more of these hands.
Please do.
Let me just cut it off the runner here very carefully.
So what are the main changes with this new kit?
Well, the main changes is going to be, it's going to be all the polystyrene frame, making it much lighter. It's got these hands, which means it's going to be able to grab the weapon fairly easily. These type of hands did have some problems grabbing onto the rifle and stuff like that, but once you got it to go, it was pretty solid, simply because all the parts fit so well on that version car. But with the, oh, come on, where are we? With these type of hands, you definitely do have to be careful when it comes to assembling them, but they do work really well. So just make sure I've cut all the plastic here. That's good. What am I missing? This one. One more. Similar to a real grade in that they inject them in so many different places, simply because they have to bend. There's so many joints actually built in, and this guy didn't come off. That's where we are. Okay. Come on. Now, as you can see, it doesn't. You can tell it's a hand simply because there are 5 digits. But that's. There's still a lot of work to be done here. Let me just slap this baby back on. What I need to do is get these in the right position. So it involves me turning these just like you do with the RG hands. Oh man, come on. I missed a little piece of plastic. One thing I found with these hands, just like the RGs, is that they can come apart if you start playing around with them, like start being too aggressive with them. But because they're molded to bend, they snap back together. It's actually pretty good.
I was worried there for a second it actually snapped off the
finger.
finger.
Like when I was building the new Gundam version car, I actually popped the finger right off. I was oh no, and then I just popped it right back in.
Okay.
Just like you do with the real grade now. So well, you should be careful. It's not, you know, the end of the world if a part comes off. So here's my hand, and now all I will do is I will put the armor cover on here, and this little tab, it's like the secret to everything. You can see it moves, right?
Yeah.
I can push it in here so it's hidden. It's hidden in the palm of the hand. But when I want this to actually hold the weapon, I pop it out like this. And if the Sinanju's weapons are like the version Ka's, new Gundam, there will be a tab just identical on the weapon handle, and it will fit into the hollow there. And you have these 2 tabs holding holding the weapon onto the hand, and it won't go anywhere. Like, you can start moving your hand all over the place, and that weapon is not going to come out. It's actually a fantastic upgrade to these kind of hands, because these kind of hands only had this little tab here, right here, to try to fit in the weapon handle, and it was really tough to get them to stay sometimes. This, you have none of those problems. It's going to stay forever.
So it's good for posability.
Yeah, you can make your hands like into a tight fist, which you can't really do with these ones. But you can also open them up and hold the weapon as well. So these are the best hands yet. So it's good to see that Bandai added these to the Sinanju Stein version car, and we're going to see it with the OVA version car, or the OVA version. And I'm wondering if this is going to be the way of the future, if we're going to start seeing these kind of hands with the rest of Bandai's kits, big kits. And now that I've got all these parts on my desk here, I'm going to regrettably put them away, but as soon as I get home tonight, I'm going to be building.
So we'll see a finished version at some stage?
You'll see a finished version within the next week, next couple episodes, and then when I talk about the master grades, we'll talk about the Stein.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. All right. And that concludes the special. So anybody who's got this on the way, you're going to get your shipping notices pretty soon, I'm sure. So be waiting for those. So